Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm NightOwlKarol, and today we are filming episode 2 of At War With Myself. Today I wanted to film the how I'm gonna do everything I want to do. So breaking those reasons down from the reasons why video, I wanted to show people how you go about doing that. And I think it's important whenever you're committing to something, you don't only set your goals, you're gonna tell yourself how you're gonna achieve those goals. So today is the video of how I'm gonna do what I'm set out to do. So without further ado, let's just crack on with it. So again, I have broken everything down into categories just to kind of keep things structured and simple. So the first one I'm going to talk about today is physical activity. So obviously, to get fitter, to get healthier, to lose weight, to do this and do that, you need to move. My plan just now is to be with my trainer 2 times a week at the gym. He's amazing. So I spend about an hour with him. We go through strength and conditioning. We go through a whole bunch of things. He is so amazing. His name is Sebastian. I'm gonna link his Instagram and Facebook down below in the description if I can find that one. He looks, very muscular and very showy offy, but he's honestly one of the sweetest guys. He's been with me for such a long time, going through everything with me. He knows me so well, and I know a lot of people might be like, well, if he's been with you for so long, why is there no major change? That's a whole other reason, that's a whole other video that I'm gonna film, all the reasons why I failed before. But he's honestly been so patient with me. My washing machine is very loud right now, and I'm so sorry if you can hear it. Hopefully it's gonna quieten down sooner or later. Anyway, back to this video. I get distracted so easily. Trainer 2 times a week, and after that I am going to also do cardio at least 3 times a week. So usually after the hour with him, I do about half an hour on the Stairmaster, or usually the Stairmaster if it's at that gym. So that's kind of the plan there. Also on my days where I'm not with him during the week, I want to be able to go out and do like a spin class or go out for a run with my mum, or if I can't do anything else, go to the gym and do maybe some more stairs or the cross trainer or something, just to get my heartbeat up, to get my body working, to get a little bit sweaty. So usually that's going to be for about half an hour at a time, each kind of session. If I'm going running, that's going to take a little bit longer. I try and do a 5K whenever I run with my mum. And then also on the weekends, I want to stay active. I want to do active things. I don't really want to stay inside and, I don't know, just watch movies or whatever. I will try and get out, I don't know, do some tennis or badminton if I find someone to do that with, or even go for a hike, go up a hill, go for a walk, just something to get me out of the house at least for a little bit and get me active. I'm quite lucky that my job, I'm on my feet all the time. I don't think there's ever a time where I really get to sit, so that keeps me active. That gets my steps up, my step count up during the day. But that's kind of how I'm gonna go about staying active during the week. And then number 2 is the eating and the drinking. You may hear this everywhere, but if you can stay as active as you want, but if you really want to see the results, you need to stick to a diet plan, a meal plan. You really need to watch what you're putting in your body. So I know that it works because I have lost so much weight before. So my plan this time around is to really, really commit to the meal plan, to meal prep beforehand. That is the easiest way to stick to your meal plan, is if you already have the food in the fridge. You don't really have an excuse as to, well, I didn't have time to make this, or I was in a rush and I just left. You can really take the time to stick to what you're meant to be eating and you're meant to be drinking. A lot of that comes with educating yourself on nutrition and what food does for your body, and that is another kind of thing that I want to set out to do, is to learn more about different nutrition and what happens to the food once it's in your body, how the energy gets released, what gets digested and everything else. Like, I really want to learn about it all. I feel like for a lot of people, once they know what's happening, it's a lot easier to stick to the healthier stuff. I think the best way as well is to be prepared. Like I said, the meal preparation, meal prep beforehand really helps out, because you're more organized. And once you're more organized, you really can eat healthier, because I feel like a lot of the time when you go to get fast food, it's out of convenience, because you didn't want to carry something. But I have done it before. It's not the easiest. You just have to work around it. You have to get a little bit creative. But I think good organization is really going to stick with that. So for food, that's kind of it when it comes to food. I also want to commit to not eating any junk food or any fast food in the new year. It is always making me feel really bad after I eat it. It tastes really good at the time, but I honestly don't think that it's worth it, in my opinion. For that little bit of pleasure, I don't think the outcome is the greatest. So like, no takeaway, no McDonald's, no ordering food in, or just getting a quick bite outside. And that comes with treats and sweets and everything else as well. And then when it comes to drinking, I definitely want to drink more water. I think that's something everyone forgets to do all the time. My skin is very dry a lot of the time, and I feel like my skin will clear up as well once I start drinking more water. And then also when it comes to alcohol, I really want to cut down. I'm not a raging alcoholic or anything, but I want to watch myself when I do. There is not healthier options, but like, because alcohol is liquid calories in itself, and I am a lover of Guinness. I don't even want to think about how much is in that. So I really want to keep it to a minimum if I can. Well, I can. I don't know why I'm saying that. Like, yeah, I can. I want to keep that to a minimum, and also no really high sugary drinks and fizzy drinks. I don't have them as often anyway, but I feel like sometimes you just get in like you just kind of get in a loop of like cola or something else. So I really want to keep that down to the bare minimum as well. Keep it as a treat more than anything. And same goes with going out, eating out, like restaurants and everything else. It's so easy to just pack it all in and eat it. Like Nando's is one of my favorites. And making those healthier choices when you are going out as well. Instead of getting those fries, get that salad. It's not as great, and I know that, but I'm trying to get better, and treat myself better and treat my body better. So that's that for eating and drinking, I think. For the time being, I'll probably make an updated version of this as I go along, but I really don't want to make it overboard of I have all these things to do. It is about making those little changes and habits in your life, and then adding on top of that, you need to make a good foundation first for you to be able to have that big healthy routine in the future. So this is just the building blocks. The next thing is mental health. So I feel like a lot of the time you can get carried away of just thinking physical, the body, what you're putting in it, how much you're working out, but there comes a time, and it has happened to me, where you just hit this mental block of you look at yourself and you're not making any progress, and you hate it and you wonder why, and it's like a wall that you hit and you just can't get through. And it can last a week, it can last a month, it may have lasted an entire lifetime for some people. But I really want to focus on my mental health as well. That's really important about getting healthy, is whatever's going up here, really affects what's happening on the outside. And I want to be kinder to myself. I want to know that it's okay to go through all the downs and hate things at moments. And sometimes you really do hit that rock bottom. But I want to tell everyone right now that it's okay. And be kind to yourself. Feel that emotion, feel that anger with yourself, or that resentment, or the sadness, or whatever the feeling is for you. Allow yourself to feel it. Write it down if you need to. Talk about it if you need to. I think the greatest thing is I had this really bad down just before my exams. I was really stressed and I was so up in my head. And I just couldn't do anything. I went to the gym and everything just seemed really heavy. And I talked to my trainer about it. I talked to Sebastian, and after that, like, my mind just cleared. Like, once you got it out of your system, it's a lot easier to move forward. You've kind of processed it and then you move forward. Another thing I really want to stick to, and I've been trying so hard, is to start meditating. So I've done about 20 sessions with Headspace. Um, you start at the beginner level and then you move forward. I really enjoy Headspace because it is very easy to work. You get guided meditations, so you have someone talking you through them all. It's very easy to follow. The first beginner sessions, you can choose if you want 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. I definitely recommend doing more if you can, but it is a skill, and I really want to participate in that. I really want to get better at it, because just taking that time to yourself of doing nothing clears your mind. And also that feeling of boredom. I just watched a video by Sorelle. I'm going to link her up there as well. She is so amazing at kind of changing who I am as a person, I suppose. She for me, she's a very amazing role model. And she said that out of boredom you get creativity, and I think that is so true. Once you just stop doing something, it is almost a privilege to be bored in this society, because there's so much getting fired up at us all the time. So that's another thing I want to do, is just to clear my mind, to be better to myself mentally, to find better coping mechanisms for things as well. And just be away from technology as well. I know it's like ironic that I'm filming a video using technology all around me and trying to do social media, but I think being away from your phone and being away from all these distractions is really good for you. It is, we're not meant to be around technology so much. Like, this is a whole modern world and it's changing so quickly around us, that just putting your phone away, putting it on airplane mode, and getting out of the house, it's so good and so fresh, and just being in your environment, that's gonna do wonders. So I'm really hoping to do more of that. And then the last one is goal tracking. So I want to be able to write down my goals and stick them up somewhere. Again, when you're making these goals, don't make them massive and overwhelming. Make them easy and make it more like steps rather than leaps. So say your ultimate goal is to lose 10 kilos. Don't say I want to lose 10 kilos. Like, have that up there, but also have, okay, by the end of this month, I want to lose this much. And track the changes that your body is making mentally and physically. Track it somewhere. For me, it's a medium of videos, and I'm going to be writing it down. I want to be able to set those small goals. You can measure yourself, so I'm going to do a whole video about measurements and everything else. Seeing that weight loss journey, you're going to see ups and downs, like I said, but keeping a track to see where you started and where you are now. For some people that is overwhelming, so if that's you, I wouldn't recommend, obsessing over it. I'm going to do it every week just to see week by week changes. For some people, it might be better to do 2 weeks or 3 or a month at a time. just so you don't get obsessed with the numbers, because honestly, they're a very small amount of what you need to do. A lot of it is the sizes that you're wearing in your clothes, or how you're feeling. I think the biggest kind of tell of if you're making progress or not is how you're doing in the gym or how you're doing mentally. So even though I've not lost much weight, I could lift a lot more than I could when I started going to the gym. I was a lot more fitter. Um, like I could run further, not further, but I can go on the Stairmaster for a longer amount of time at a higher speed. So that's really a tell of your improvement and your progress, just as much as anything else is. So remember just to be kind to yourself. Keep up those small goals. Keep a record of your progress, mental progress, and physical progress. So that is the 4 ways how I'm gonna do this. Hopefully this helps some people find their footing and start their journey themselves. And again, that is, physical activity, going to the gym and everything else, keeping active, watching what you're eating and you're drinking, getting those healthy habits in early is going to be really good. And then looking after my mental health as well is really important, because you really can't do much when you're in a bad headspace. And again, physical activity helps with that headspace, so it all kind of joins together. And then finally, keeping a record of your goals and everything else is going to help you track the changes that you're making and the progress that you're making. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you hated this video, leave a thumbs down, and let me know down in the comments if you'd like me to change anything. If you have any questions, again, I'll try and answer anything that I can. And if you haven't, please do consider subscribing. It really helps me out. I love seeing our little family here grow. I am gonna link a button up here or up here, I still don't know which side it's on, to subscribe. And here is a video of that's recommended to you by YouTube, and here is a video of mine that I just released, so that's my latest upload. If you want to follow my fitness journey on Instagram, it is at the Corolla Project. I will link it down on description below. If you want to see my personal account, that is NightOwlKarol on both Twitter and on Instagram. And for now, I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye. Thank you so much for watching.